File 21. The subway platform with no trains. The camcorder is already rolling when the station sign comes into frame, half lit and buzzing over an empty downtown platform. It's 1:17 a.m., the kind of hour when even the city sounds tired, but everything down here still looks open for business. The fluorescent strips hum overhead. The route map glows behind scratched plexiglass. A calm, automated voice announces that the next inbound train is arriving in 2 minutes. You pan down the track tunnel expecting headlights, but there is only black space and the faint metallic breath of wind moving through it. At first, the assignment is simple. Get a few mood shots for a late-night transit segment, show the empty station, talk about reduced service, mention public safety, head back upstairs. But the first weird thing hits when the overhead board changes. Arriving flashes beside the route number, then switches to on time, then to approaching, all within 10 seconds. The rails stay still. No vibration, no headlight bloom, no brake squeal. Nothing comes. The announcement repeats, warm and polite, like the train is already here, and everyone else is just refusing to see it. You start walking the platform slowly, narrating under your breath to keep the silence from getting too heavy. Benches, emergency intercom, a newspaper box with last week's date still folded inside. Every sound feels too sharp in the mic. Your shoes on tile, the fabric rub of your jacket, the plastic rattle of the camera strap. Then, somewhere down the tunnel, there's a low rush like a train pushing air ahead of it. You stop. The wind hits first, cold and strong enough to tug loose paper across the yellow line. The sound swells. The platform speakers ding, and again, nothing arrives. The air dies instantly, as if something huge passed through without ever being seen. You zoom toward the far end of the platform where the dark is thickest. For a second, the autofocus catches on what looks like a figure standing near the tiled support column. Too tall. Too still. Just a vertical shape where nobody should be. You lower the zoom, and it's gone. The column is empty again, but the camera keeps trying to focus on that same spot, like something is blocking the depth. You whisper to yourself that it's a trick of light, maybe an ad panel reflecting from across the tracks. Then the automated voice says, "Stand clear of the arriving train," and the shape appears again 1 column closer. You back up without meaning to. The camera dips, catches your shoes, then jerks back toward the track bed. The rails are vibrating now. You can hear them singing softly, the way they do right before a train rounds the bend. The electronic sign flips to now boarding. The tunnel ahead remains empty, but the platform edge begins to strobe with moving light, not from a real headlamp. More like reflections sliding across tile from a train in another layer of the station. Windows seem to pass by where there are no cars. Door chimes ring in sequence. A gust hits your face carrying that hot electric smell of brakes and old metal, and for one impossible second the camera catches passengers reflected in the dark tunnel wall, rows of pale faces sitting inside a train that isn't there. That's when the station clock jumps. One frame it reads 1:19. The next time you pan past it, it reads 1:23, then 1:19 again. Your whispered narration overlaps in the camera mic because you've said the same sentence twice without noticing. No train in sight. Pause. No train in sight. The exact same tone, the exact same breath at the end. You rewind nothing, but the platform feels looped, like the station is replaying itself in short sections and laying the takes on top of one another. Down the tracks, the automated announcement starts to distort. Each word stretched just enough to sound human and exhausted. You decide to leave. The stairs are behind you, only a short jog away, but when you swing the camera toward them, the landing looks wrong. The sign for exit is lit, yet beyond it there's no street-level glow, just another corridor of platform lights receding into distance. Same columns, same benches, same yellow edge. The stairwell has become another copy of the place you're already standing in. You pivot back the other direction. Same thing. Platform stretching out forever under dead white lights. The station map on the wall has changed too. Every stop on the line is gone except this one, repeated over and over in a chain of identical names. The speakers crackle again, but this time it isn't the transit system voice. It's yours. Thin, distant, flattened by bad compression. Platform is still active, the voice says. No visual on train. It's audio from a minute ago coming through the ceiling speakers, like the station recorded you and decided to play you back. Then another line comes through that you haven't said yet. Do not let it stop with the doors open. You freeze. The platform goes dead quiet for a beat so complete it swallows the hum of the lights. Then from the tunnel comes the unmistakable shriek of brakes finally taking hold. The thing that arrives is not a train in any normal sense. The camera catches pieces of it first. A row of lit windows sliding out of blackness, then doors, then reflections of passengers, but the body between those details never fully forms. It's like the station is projecting the memory of a train instead of the object itself. It glides alongside the platform without displacing enough air for its size. No operator is visible through the front glass. Inside, every rider sits perfectly still, faces tilted toward the windows, eyes reflecting white from the platform lights. When the doors hiss open, none of them move. Then, all at once, every head inside turns toward the camera. You stumble backward, and the lens smears for a second across tile and metal before recovering. One passenger is standing now in the nearest doorway. Tall, narrow, dressed in dark transit worker clothing that hangs wrong at the joints. Its face is blocked by the glare off the window behind it, but one arm lifts slowly and points to the interior of the car, as if you've been expected. The overhead board flips from now boarding to final call. Something wet patters onto the platform beneath the open door, but it isn't blood. It looks black on the tile, oily, reflecting the station lights like water from somewhere under the city. The figure takes one silent step forward, and the camera audio drops into a low digital growl. The footage breaks up as you run. Frames skip. The image tears. For 3 seconds, the screen goes black except for the red wreck icon, and you're breathing somewhere off mic. When the picture returns, the camera is lying on its side at platform level. All you can see are the yellow warning strip, one bench leg, and the far wall where the digital board calmly reads, "Next train, 2 minutes." The platform is empty again. No train, no passengers, no black liquid. Just the sound of receding footsteps that may be yours, and one final station announcement delivered in your own voice. Service will continue all night. Then the recording ends on a burst of static. If this file got under your skin, that means it worked. Drop a comment with the moment that hit hardest, and subscribe before the next tape surfaces. More POV horror files are coming, and some platforms should stay empty for a reason.